Welcome back, everybody. In this video we are gonna cover the UBP-X800M2 Sony 4K Blu-ray player, and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on it and the pros and cons. We are gonna label it likes and dislikes. I'm gonna start with the dislikes. There is no detachable cord, so if your cord malfunction or gets cut, you can't really replace it. The streaming on this player is very limited to YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. Also, there is no internal adjustment for sharpness, which is not a big deal, but I guess for this price point it's not going to have that. And another dislike is that there is no optical port, only coaxial. Now for the likes. The remote control, doesn't matter where you point it, it works in every direction. And the streaming on it is flawless. And I know most people prefer streaming on a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick. Me personally, throughout the years, streaming on a player is how you get the best resolution you can through streaming. Also, you can 4K downscale to 1080p. So if your display is not a 4K display, and if you're running, since this is a 4K Blu-ray player, it will get the maximum resolution it can out of your display, and it looks very vibrant. Also, you can switch from TV mode if you're running TV, or if you're running projector like I bought this player for, you can switch it to projector mode, which will optimize it for a projector. Another like is that it has HDMI Audio Out, which is good because some players don't have that. And what HDMI Out does is that if you have a 4K display, you can have the 4K resolution, but if your receiver doesn't have Dolby Atmos, or if your receiver doesn't have the output 4K resolution, you would run your HDMI to your display to get the 4K resolution. And then if you want the lossless surround sound like DTS HD or True HD, you would run the other HDMI audio out to your receiver so you can get the lossless surround sound, even though it's not Dolby Atmos. But at least this way you're able to utilize the 4K resolution on your display, even if your receiver only can do 1080p. So that is a plus on this player. And the price point is $300 as of 2021, and that is, I say, is pretty reasonable. It's a very solid build. And for those who are wondering about the decodes, of course it does Dolby Atmos. I've tested DTS:X and it does that really well, along with all the standards decodes that comes with it. It can do all that too. Also, you can upscale to 4K if you're not running native 4K, because this player is a native 4K resolution. So that is the like and dislike of this player. And of course, this player I will recommend, especially for the price point. So for the lower end of the 4K Blu-ray players, this would probably be the best that money can buy as far as the lower tiers of the 4K Blu-ray players. And on top of that, like I said before, I like streaming on a Blu-ray player versus Fire Stick or a Roku. And So that is my thought on the Sony 4K Blu-ray player UBP-X800M2, and it's a keeper for me. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hooded Dragons out.